Biden Jr. do about it? All that and more. 888-971-SAGE is our number. My next guest has written a piece for the National Review. It's up on LarryElder.com. It's called Are Gun Stores Essential Businesses? He is founder and president of the Crime Prevention Research Center. He has taught or held positions at a bunch of different universities, prestigious universities, University of Chicago, Yale, Wharton, Stanford, Rice. He was also the chief economist at the U.S. Sentencing Commission during 1988-1999. Please welcome back to the program, founder and president of the Crime Prevention Research Center, Professor John Lott. John, how are you?
Doing great. Good to talk to you again.
John, are you working from home, I assume?
Actually, I'm kind of stuck on the road right now at the moment. So, but anyway, I guess I'm at a hotel.
I guess what I'm asking is regarding the Crime Prevention Research Center, are you open? Are you closed? What are you doing with your employees?
Well, we're open for right now, but I have to tell you, we're nonprofit and we depend on donations, and the donations, as I'm sure for a lot of people, have just fallen off the cliff in the last month. So I appreciate you asking, but I'll keep working even without pay for a while, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, John, your article is up on LarryElder.com. Riddle me this. In L.A. County, I think it is, L.A. County, they're releasing something like 1,700 prisoners and also forcing gun stores to close down because they're non-essential. What could go wrong, John?
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, here we have kind of a perfect storm in a sense that police in many police departments across the country are not responding to many calls that come in. And I understand that. I mean, Los Angeles County, they're giving police officers gloves and masks and other things. But when you're actually having to arrest somebody, the mask may come off. And, you can get in altercations with people. And, there's a reasonable chance that the officers could get this virus. I mean, it's not like some other jobs, not like myself, where I can telecommute in and do the research from home. The officers actually have to be out there in the field, and that poses real risks for their health. As you also say, you have it so that prisoners across the country are being released. They're also not arresting people because the notion is that people outside the prison may be more likely right now to have the virus than those that are in the prison. And so they don't want to go and introduce more people into the prison environment, the closed environment that's there. And as you say, they're releasing lots of prisoners that are already there, people that may be high risk of infection or may have other complications, immune deficiency disorders or other illnesses. And, and just in general, right now we have shortages. You combine that with the fact that police are being restricted in what they could do. And simply being able to have a gun seems like a very common sense thing for people to do for protection in these types of situations. You don't have to be a prepper to understand the benefits from being able to protect yourself and your family.
And John Lott, yesterday I was talking about the number of LAPD officers that have contracted the coronavirus, and the number of NYPD officers that have contracted the virus is 3 times the number of the LAPD officers. So not only do you have the problem of the prisoners being released and officers being concerned about their safety, also you have fewer of them because many of them are sick.
Right. No, I mean, it's understandable. And if you have fewer officers and you're less likely to catch people anyway, and you're less likely to put them in jail even when you do catch them, guess what happens? Criminals are more likely to go and commit crimes than they would have been otherwise. If you don't make it as risky for criminals to go and commit crimes as they did before, they're going to commit more crimes.
You know, John, I'm from Los Angeles, and I remember looking at the photographs of store owners on the roofs of their stores with AR-15s because of a fear of fire and looting.
Right, the Korean store owners.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, if the mayor of Los Angeles and other mayors can go and promise that they can protect everybody all the time in Los Angeles, that's great. But Anybody who's looked at my research knows that I think police are extremely important. I think police are the single most important factor for reducing crime. But when you talk to the police themselves or look at surveys of police, one thing you quickly notice is the police themselves know that already they virtually always arrive on the crime scene after the crimes occurred. These types of circumstances that we're dealing with right now make what are already difficult and dangerous jobs for police that much more difficult and dangerous.
Right before this order to shut down gun stores, John, out here, and I know around the country, gun store owners say that they've not seen sales this big in a long time because people are concerned about the breakdown of the social order. That if we go this long without people working, food shortages, toilet paper shortages, that there is a fear that some people may decide to take things that don't belong to them.
Right. Look, we're not quite at a zombie apocalypse right now, but if you look at sales of ammunition in the first 21 days of February versus the next 21 days, they've gone up over 300% during that period of time. We don't know how much gun sales have gone up. We won't know that for another week or so. But presumably there's been huge increases in gun sales. Even before that, I think simply because of a lot of the rhetoric in Democratic presidential campaigns, you've seen a big increase in gun sales starting in October.